Hello everyone and welcome to Midas Gaming, and in this video it's the first of a brand new series which is called Road to Dark Aether here on Black Ops Cold War 5 years later. So this is a PC account, so it's based on a PC, and we're going to be aiming to get the Dark Aether camo, which basically, if you don't know what a Dark Aether camo is, basically it's mastery camos, and we need to do it for every single class that we have. Now, as you can see, I'm currently level 31. By the time I do get Dark Aether, I will be way past level 31. And we'll be starting with SMGs. Assault rifles will be next, and then I think it'll be LMGs, then shotguns, and we'll decide the order as we go along. But if you don't know how to get Dark Aether, so it's basically you need to get Dark Viper, Gold Viper, sorry, Gold Viper for every gun that is base, with the exception of you do a DLC weapon. So, for example, the LC-10, which was released later into the game's life cycle, will be able to skip a weapon. So, for example, if I didn't want to do the KSP-45, I didn't necessarily need to, because I'll have I'll have the LC-10 done, and we'll go from there. Of course, I do have the other guns as well to unlock, which I'll do during the gameplays. Hopefully, by the time that we do get Dark Aether, we'll have most guns unlocked. I don't expect every gun to be unlocked, I would say most of them, and we'll be able to do Dark Aether for them in sort of like an aftermath and try and get every single gun Dark Aether. So yeah, we need to do it for every single class. So assault rifles, SMG, so assault rifles is everything up to the Fafar, so that is 5 weapons. SMGs is up to the Bullfrog, so that is 5 again. Attack rifles, you have to do 4 of them, but you can do the carve as well. If you want, for LMGs, we have to do 3 of them. And that is including the MG82 as the DLC weapon. Sniper rifles is 3 of them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it should be 3 of them. The ZRG and Swiss were later into the game. Pistols is 3, but we can do the AMPs or the Marshalls. Shotguns, we have to do 2 of these, and we can do Street Sweeper and the Ironhide if we so want to, instead of the Gallo or the Howler. Launchers, you have to do both of them. Melee weapons and specials are together, so you have to do 1 melee weapon and 1 special weapon, and we can use any melee weapon we want, and we'll be trying to aim to get this E-tool, which is probably the best for getting gold. However, though, I do expect we'll have the knife done beforehand. Special weapons, we only have to do 1 of them, like I said, with the melee weapon to unlock diamond for this, and we only have to do 1. So, for example, we could do the nail gun if we wanted to, or equally ballistic knife or the R1 Shadow Hunter, and we have to get all them diamond for every single class as mentioned. Of course, we will have our field upgrades as well, which I will unlock progressively through the series, but that'll be probably more off-camera based stuff. I'll be doing some of this off-camera. So, for example, currently off-camera, I've been doing the MP5. It's currently at level 42, so I just need to unlock the infection camos, which is Jackrabbit medal kills, which is a it's a very simple camo, I would say. It's just Jackrabbits and camo ground spots, from which I'll be teaching during this and be using throughout the playthroughs, especially as we get into zombies. In case you don't know how to get camos for most weapons, there are a few exceptions. We have to get 2,500 kills with a weapon, 2,500 critical kills, 2,500 kills when it's pack-a-punched, 15 special or elites, so for example mimics, megatons, manglers, etc, etc. Then we have to get 10 kills rapidly 10 times, which is easier said than done. And then 3 or more critical kills rapidly with the MP5, for example, or any weapons there are. However, there are few exceptions. Launchers has an exception, and also the melee weapons have an exception, and then Jackrabbit medals, which so to speak, for themselves. And of course, we will get Golden Viper, which is basically gold camo for each gun. Then we'll get Plate Diamond, which is just diamond camo, so doing 5 SMGs. And then Dark Aether is everything at the end when we've got everything. So that will probably be launchers or snipers. Probably snipers, because they can take a very long time. But anyway, so let's get into the first set of zombies. So we'll be doing what I'm going to show today is 5AZ, and this is because this is my favorite camo grinding sort of map. And I'll be showing the camo grinding spots. I use 2 sort of areas for camo grinding. One of them you will see straight away, and the other one it will take a little bit of time, but we'll be able to get the power on, and we'll be going basically until I get downed or we start seeing issues. By the way, I do apologise if there'll be any jitter in the gameplays. This is the first time testing this sort of thing. Especially Black Ops Cold War, so I do apologise if it does seem a little bit blurry. Please do let me know in the comments if you have any recommendations to fix it, and then I'll give any specific information that you may need or require, and then we will go from there, of course. And all this is being posted live on Twitch, which is King Midas Supercard, but this will be on King Midas Gaming and King Midas Supercard, focused on my WWE Supercard content. So if you do want to see that, including Midas to Glory, which I'm currently filming, episode 4 is out now, and yeah, we'll be back onto daily streams. I did take a few days break from streaming, and I'll be posting on this channel more often, especially with Road to Dark Aether. Of course, this is episode 1, but we'll be posting on a semi-regular basis. So here is sort of the first area that is quite important for 5AC, mainly because of certain areas in which I do like to use. I did use as well before I learned another camo grind spot, which is actually in the 5AC. Excuse the poor aim there, Jesus. But yeah, this area is quite simple to do. I'll be showing how to get power as well. But I will not be doing any Easter eggs or wonder weapons in this during this whole camo grinding. There are various other channels you can see if you want to see the Easter eggs and stuff. I'll potentially be doing Easter eggs after the Dark Aether, but that will not be for a while. So yeah. So do not expect any wonder weapons or anything of that chord. And of course, we'll be trying to do sort of 1 weapon at a time in each video, hoping to, or if not multiple, depending on our progress and whether we can get any unlocks, of course. There will be some stuff done off camera, including mainly leveling, but of course any camos that we do get during the gameplay, of course, is also good. Of course, it is also progress. I'll be, like I said, I'll be doing the skills, which I'll be showing in the next episode mostly, just because the intro in this one was very much long enough. So in the next part, we'll be showing the how the crystal system. Of course, if you've never played Black Ops Cold War before, you can basically, there's a camo grind which we are doing basically. For zombies and multiplayer. It's actually the first game to actually introduce a zombies camo grind. And we'll be doing multiple maps. We won't just be on 5AC. We'll be covering Outbreak, Mauer, Onslaught. Although not the best for camos. It's good to have some variety for sure. Do be doing Die Machina. Forsaken. And this will be predominantly solo. However, there will be some videos of which are collabs, which I'll be working with another fellow content creator who is basically doing the same thing I'm doing, but on their channel as well. But not, but some episodes, but majority of the episodes on this channel will be solo based, especially with the camo grind, and that is a bonus point, so that's fine. So I'm gonna stay here till probably around round 5, I think. and we'll start working on power, getting jug, and going from there. Of course, with this there are less zombies, so we're getting camos a bit slower than if we did it with someone else, but again, that's why I said there'll be videos where collapse do happen, and what will happen as well in certain parts. That's a nuke which we are not going to pick up, as we do not need a nuke at the minute. We only use nukes predominantly if we need the if we need to get out of somewhere, basically, and we are using Aether Shroud. However, when these skills are unlocked, we'll be using Ring of Fire as our skill, mainly because it is one of the best for definitely farming camos. However, for certain weapons, for example the melee weapons, we will need to use Aether Shroud as well, or equally using decoys, but again that'll be in later episodes. As you can hear, the basic story of this map is basically Maxis is trapped, and we are saving Maxis. However, like I mentioned, that is the Easter egg of this map, which in this we are not going to cover in this series, because we are again just trying to aim for camos and levels, XP. So very similar to my story, really. Of course, the WWE Supercard series on King Midas Supercard. Excuse the very poor aiming then, Jesus. Aiming can be very bad at times, so just bear with me. Okay, we do have that aether reactor done. Here is where Jug is. And we are going to use this spot later on, as that is the camo grinding spot. But we're just going to get power on first. Well, we're going to finish the round first. We're also going to get some ammo as well. Just because, well, we need to get some ammo since we're running very low, of course. As we just get max ammo as well. It's very typical. But these early rounds will be quite slow paced, but it will get a much quicker pace, especially towards 20s, 30s, hopefully maybe even 40s if we can make it to the 40s. But we're now going to try to unlock anyway the second power, and we're going to try to upgrade our weapon, definitely our weapon for now to tier 2. Of course, there is the red, the green and blue salvage. To get, if you've never played this game before, if you get 500 green salvage, so that is 10 drops of the green salvage. Every drop counts for 50 for the green salvage. For the blue, it counts for 10. But if you do get green salvage, you can basically get up to tier 2 armor, which costs well 1,500. However, you can find tier 1 armor on the floor, which saves 500 green salvage tokens. Equally, if we want to get our gun leveling up, of course we can use Aether tools, which will be a primary focus, especially as we go into more onslaught. As we just get a carpenter, and we almost went down there, and we almost got cornered, which would have been a very unlucky down there for sure. But now we are actually going to upgrade our armor, just because of more durability. And with Jug, our armor is more durable now, because we have the tier 4 skill. Of course, as we continue, we'll be getting skills, especially in Deadshot Daiquiri. Deadshot will be a very key part of the camo grind, mainly for the critical kills, and also survivability and longevity of each match. And we are using various different attachments. One common theme will be flashlights, as flashlights increase our salvage rate drops, and basically makes it more likely for us to get salvage. means upgrading quicker and going from there. As we move on now to the third ether reactor now, and we've been told to defend the bottom ones, which is perfectly fine. As we see 2 zombies going through here. So during this series, I'll be trying to do 0 multiplayer, and there is a mimic. There is the first one of the game, as we do get caught in the mimic's mouth. What's that? Double points, okay. Knowingly not an insta-kill. We're just punching zombies for now, just because of our, we had no ammo on our mag. Do excuse the really poor shooting, by the way. There we go. 2,000 just in time as well, with that double points. And now we are going to show you the pack, well, how to get pack. And we're going to be going into the first sort of camo grinding area that I find anyway to be a decent camo grinding spot. Well, I find 2. There is going to be one much better that I will show a little bit later in the video, but we are here mainly for getting Deadshot, as our Wonder Fizz is just over here, which basically makes us buy every single perk in the game, of course. Sadly, no discount, but it will be fine again. But yeah, this is the village area, and of course you may recognize this would be the starting room, but we're going to be in this little place where the gallows is here, the shotgun. And that is because we can basically have zombies coming from 4 different points. The first, actually, yeah, 4 different points. So first way is by this sort of wall here, which zombies will have to break through the barriers. Of course, you've got these 2 entrances here near the quick revive machine. As we can actually get Deadshot. I'll show the 3rd entrance and the 4th entrance in the 2nd. But we are going to get Deadshot, which increases our crit damage. Also will increase our accuracy as we do level it up, but of course we're not high level yet. But yeah, just showing the sort of spot again. It's just over here. Be more effective with you know, if we did have Ring of Fire at a high tier, but we do not at this point. But we definitely will later on, especially in the series anyway. We do get our levels up. And yeah, so the 4th entrance is just up here. As you can see, that zombie entering through there. So we do actually get double points, which is actually really helpful at the minute, especially because we are saving. We're going to try and save for pack 2, which is 15,000 and then 30,000 points. Of course, towards the end of the, towards the later half of the run. But yeah, we're going to stay here to probably the first wave defense, and then we will move again into the second spot, which is the primary spot, of course, and that would be more beneficial with Ring of Fire. So I will show it in later episodes when it does have Ring of Fire enabled and what it can do. It makes it incredibly easy just to get camos, to get headshots, just to get kills in general. But yeah, we're just going to stay in here for now till the first wave defense, which you will see on camera. So we do get some bonus points, and there is actually a stim shot on the floor there. There's another zombie there. Now for later hot rounds, we'll be not staying in this place. Well, we won't be staying in this place for the most part anyway. But as it gets more crowded, it can get very intense in this place, especially towards the when we get Hellhounds, which is in round 26. Pretty sure it starts, which is you know, long way away from where we're currently at. But as we wait, more zombies. So we are just going to rebuild this barrier just to try and save our time. Also, 10 plus points. Why wouldn't you? As a mimic has just spawned, that screen that you may have heard will be is that mimic being somewhere. There it is. There's the mimic. Of course, there is another elite in this place which is called a mangler. There's 2 mimics actually. Then this is what sort of where this place will get intense. More with the mimics. More mimics to be spawning. That zombie will be dead soon anyway.
Brain eater checked.
That's an insta-kill. Now again, as mentioned, with this gun anyway, we do not need to get any specific objective. We just need to get it up to level 50, which will upgrade our jackrabbit kills. And then afterwards, we need to get 10 jackrabbit kills. Jackrabbit medals, sorry. Jackrabbit kills. Jackrabbit is basically 20 hits without dying. Without getting hit, sorry, once. It has to be consecutive as well, so you can't just get like 18 kills, get hit, and you get nothing, and then you continue with your day. And we can actually afford to get tier 2 armor, which will probably be our next purchase, and we'll be getting much closer as well to tier 3 armor as well, which would be very important, especially for survivability, especially in these 2 spots. I'm actually going to be able to get pack 2 as well. That is Carpenter. Helps rebuild all the barriers. And also replenishes our armor as well, which is very nice. Saves 250 salvage. Also get what was there? There was a mimic sort of trap there, but he is nowhere to be seen. We are actually going to upgrade to tier 2 armor. We're 3 blue drops away from now getting tier 3 armor, which we are hoping to get this round. Actually, no, while I'm thinking about it, let's move to the second camo gun spot, which is the Colonel's office. Well, that's the place called. It's called the Colonel's office. There is a mimic spawn as well. But we're just going to open this door here to the sky bridge. And we do have a Hauer here as well, the shotgun. Of course, we'll be using that later on in the series for the best shotguns. There is the mimic. But yeah, the reason, and this is the best spot for camo grinding. So the reason being is there is only two ways the zombies can actually get to you. One way is by this barrier just here, which we cannot rebuild, but we do have some sort of leeway. We will have some time if we do find a mimic here, because as I mentioned, the more elites we get, the more intense it will get. Now it's perfectly fine. Bonus points as well, because we want to get ammo. Can very easily, and there is also max ammo there, which is very good. Okay, so we can get tier 3 armor. Luckily, the wave defense is right next to us, meaning that we've got plenty of time. Mystery box is also there next to us as well. But here is tier 3 armor, of course, with the blue salvage. And there is a mimic just there. Very easy kill there. Now with each wave defense, we'll be able to get a free score streak, which is a cruise missile in this place. We'll be able to get a napalm strike in another area, and also artillery. And this is where we would just use ring of fire and just start blasting through all these zombies. But again, like I mentioned, very easy. we will have to be a little bit careful. Especially if a zombie gets past us, but there we go. Very easy round there. We get carpenter and max ammo for that, which is very good. And we're gonna go back to the to that spot again. So Colonel's office, just here. Of course, with these two random blokes. And this is where we stay. So manglers will start spawning probably around round 16, maybe 17. They'll start spawning. That's a nuke which we do not want to get, as that will be a loss for XP, loss for kills, anything like that. Of course, we are working towards SMG mastery, of course, which is just an objective, but it helps get our XP up. We'll also be doing the other maps as well, like I mentioned, Mauer, Forsaken, Demachiner, Onslaught. There's a Mimic spawn. I've got no ammo. Be very bad. There we go. It's level 44 now. We do need to get to level 50 to unlock them Jackrabbit kills. Jackrabbit medals, sorry.
Enemy destroyed.
As a mission. So any Jackrabbit medals that we may get now will nothing. Basically, will come to 0 progress. Just gonna increase the round quickness. There might be a bug zombie, but there isn't. He's just taking a sweet time to spawn towards the end. He spawned towards the wave defense area. That's where it spawned. Of course, we are actually very close to being able to get tier 2 damage. Tier 3 damage, sorry. Yeah, I'm just going to be staying in this area. Very quick, very easy way just to get headshots. It's also very helpful when you are getting double points as well, especially if you're saving up for a tier 3 pack. Which is what we're currently doing, if you want, when we're holding Essence. And there is a Mangler. If you sort of heard that sort of sound effect before. That is a Mangler, and there he is. So Manglers are weak towards Napalm Burst, which means if you equip Napalm Burst on your weapon, you'll get more, you'll do more damage to him. And the Mimics are Brain Rot as their weakness, but we'll probably get Napalm Burst rather than Brain Rot, mainly because of XP. But I mean, equally at the minute, and kills as well for camos. If we would actually need kills at the minute, but we do not need kills. But what we are going to do first is we are going to get our first set of tier 3 damage, especially for this gun as well. And we are very close to that pack 3. Hopefully in this round we'll be able to get it. Of course, as we get further into the game for the camera gun, we'll have every skill maxed by the time we are finished, of course.
Infected target removed.
We do approach round 16.
Smoke check.
But yeah, as you can simply tell, very, very good place for camo grinding. We do also get another double points actually, which is super helpful. We'll pick all the salvage up afterwards, after the round is finished. Need to get more kills just before it ends. I just had to reload there for that last zombie. Okay, how much did we get for that? 300. Blue salvage, we need 500 for tier 4 damage. Although we're gonna go back to the village now and get pack 3. And we're also probably going to get let's get Napalm Burst, I think, because of the manglers being more of a pain. Of course, do apologise if there is any jittering during the footage. We will actually have to defend ourselves first before we do get that that Napalm Burst damage. course, we can Ether Shroud as well if we need, but Ether Shroud's there if we get into a very sticky situation. Basically meaning, like we're getting trapped to the corner, we're getting overwhelmed, or anything like that. Or Mimic decides to spawn in the face. I think we can very quickly get Napalm Burst. We only have it at tier 1 at the minute, so it won't be the best. But again, as I mentioned, most of the skills will be very bare bones. If we do get an insta-kill, we are just going to Stim just to quickly get our health back. And we're going to be getting, as a perk, let's get Quick Revive. We'll probably actually stay sort of here just to increase our perks. We're going to be able to get another perk, Speed Cola, because of our reload speed being a little bit slow at the minute. Which is not the best, especially when you need it for round 8-10. I do think I saw Mimic spawn there. I did not. So I might have been deceiving. But yeah, this map is definitely one of the best farming from the special kills, or special elite kills. Mimics spawn all the time. Of course, we'll be also doing a map called Sigma as well, which also has mimics. Also has a lot of bosses actually. Disciples. Also, you may have just heard there slightly a mangler. Which depends where he's coming from. Seems to be coming from the front entrance. Yep, there he is. As you can see there, if you saw the sort of fire there, that just means he is weak to that. And we do actually have enough to power armor, which we are definitely going to do, because we did annoyingly lose our armor. We're also going to get Speed Cola, and we're actually also going to get Stam as well, Stamina up, because that increases our running speed. Speed Cola increases our reload speeds. And we're now going to head back up to the Colonel's office. We may have to fight our way through. There is also a Mimic there. But again, as I mentioned, going back up through the Sky Bridgeway. Just up here. Was that door that I did open earlier on in the run. There's something there. A zombie did spawn in the Colonel's office. We're going to stay here as well, limiting spawns. Well, limiting place where the zombies can basically come through and overwhelm us, basically. The only thing we may have to be careful of is mimics and manglers going through the sort of barrier, as they can take up a lot of ammo, and they can also corner you very easily, especially if there's a few of them as well, including with the zombies. But yeah, as long as we're killing zombies really fast, and this is where Ring of Fire is just so effective, but I'll show that again in another part. There's a mangler just the distance. He does actually hit us. They're just annoying, but it was to be expected. Okay, now we're on a wave defense round again. Well, Ethan me up to defense. And it is just on the opposite side here of where data center is. Pretty sure it's data center. And this is for the Reiki blueprint. We're just going to pick it up just to get the content. Yeah, it's data center. There is an RPG here, which is an LMG. Which, again, if you remember from the first bit, we need 3 LMGs, of course. That is disregarding the MG82, which we can also use as well on if we want to change it instead of, like, for example, the M60 or any weapon like that. There is manglers, and so this is more where specials will come into play. As you can see a mangler there. You see him charging up his weapon. There's a mimic as well. $5,000 power punch kills. Ignore the medals that I'm getting, by the way. The only ones I would be interested in is the Jackpot medals if our gun's top 50. Do need to sort of retreat a little bit here.
Good effect.
Of course, as we get speed caller up more and more, the reload to be even more faster. Of course, with tier 1, don't really see much effect. As you can just see there, we got a flawless crystal, which helps promote our things to tier 5, which is very good. Of course, we'll be aiming to do tier 5 jug first while we wait. There is actually a mimic spawn just here. There we go. There it is. There is actually a mission in the game in which you have to basically make a mimic force to reveal himself instead of like getting jump scared by him, basically. It's staying in his corner again.
Headshots rock. Hostile frag.
There is a mimic. Of course, good thing is because we killed him very quickly there. That is a insta-kill. And there is actually a mangler spawning somewhere. He is there. We're just going to get rid of him quickly. Of course, with insta-kill, it doesn't actually instant kill him from one shot. All it does is greatly increases its damage to roughly what the zombies' damage is at, health is at. So in this case, it was 2,701, I think it was. Well, yeah, we are making very good progress here on round 22. Sadly, we can't unlock any camos yet because our gun's just not level 15. Now, we will be doing Outbreak a lot for XP as it gives the highest XP rate. There is a mangler. And we just got him there before he started to shoot. Another mangler, which just spawned in the colonel's office sort of window area. Reload. There's a mimic here as well. It's also double points. That would have been the time for Ether shot him, but we are fine. Just gonna stim just to increase our HP very much quicker. Ooh. We also leveled up our gun, which is good. I don't think the round was over. Oh, 2 zombies. Oh no, yeah, 2 left.
Infected target removed.
Nice. Now we shouldn't need to get a second weapon. Well, we're not going to be trying to get a second weapon. But in those small instances that we actually will, we've got the option to get a hammer. There's a QBZ. I'm pretty sure it's QBZ below us. Just towards where the ammo is, the ammo cache, which we'll be using. We've got various other guns. We also have the mystery box as well. We need it. But yeah, our next wave defense round facing the order, actually.
Splat.
As you can see.
Undead enemy KIA.
Good showing. It's a really good insta-kill. Starting to group a bit more, which just makes it much easier. There's a bonus points there.
A little off the top.
So I'm hoping to get. I don't think we will. It's not too big of a fuss at the minute. We just need 500 points. Oh, I think. Yep, we just got it. Mangler. And we got stamina up skills now, which is perfect.
That's gonna make a nice ammo clip for your ray rifle. As soon as you charge it up, that is.
Yeah, we do need to charge our thing in. It's another mangler. It's just on here. And yeah, as mentioned earlier, if you are still here, this is recorded on Twitch at KimMidas Supercard. Of course, posted on. But every episode will be posted onto YouTube as well. And that is a max ammo, which actually saved us from needing to use an aether shroud. Hitting a lot of kills there. There again, with Ring of Fire, we won't have these issues as much. God, we do have him trying to box or so. There. Just going to stim. That stim saved me. Now we are going to eat the shot though. Annoyingly, just because of the amount of zombies we had. And we also had to reload and we were getting cornered. There's also a nuke there as well. But yeah, very close there. And we can actually get tifo damage. Because I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, this is the QBZ that I was on about. So it's an assault rifle. Which we're not doing assault rifles at the minute. We'll be doing SMGs first. Also going to just increase the health. And there is a hellhound, which you will see more in action as we go back up into the Colonel's office. Again, still a very good area, even at RAM 25. Still not having too many issues. Only having to aether shroud once is actually really good. Of course, we would have had Ring of Fire, which would have hopefully reduced the need for that. Because the big thing we do have to be careful of now is hellhounds blowing up at our face, basically. As that does tend to happen. As you can see, we did just kill one. And we're just spraying and praying. There is something actually there, and there is a mimic here as well. He's dead now. That's a double point. Now, we're not going to get the double points at the minute. Simply because we don't need it. We need to stay in this room.
Brain eater check.
Now there is a mangler somewhere. Oh, I think he got the glitch spot. So just bear with. If he's in the glitch spot, he will just be here. And yep, he got the glitch spot. So do be aware of that. If they do get stuck, simply just go out of the Colonel's office, turn from this aether reactor generator, and the mangler should be there, ready to shoot. Alternatively, they can get stuck in here as well, so just try to move the spawn. Of course, if you are new to this and you want to know ways to help stage, it's an instant kill. No, it's a nuke. It's a nuke. And we actually just unlocked the map 10, which is a brand new gun. Well, it's the season 1 gun. So at least that is another one off the list. Go, be careful. Especially with this guy. What's the mangler?
Enemy.
I think I'm dead here, but I'm not dead. Oh my god, I'm dead. Ah, it's unlucky. It's very unlucky down there. Very, very unlucky down. Now, we can't get another self-revive as we're not stage 55 yet. Level 55, sorry. So we cannot get that quite yet. So, meaning we will have to basically do what we can, basically, and try and do it quick. What I might do, actually, is I'm going to exfil. And then we will call it a day there. For this part, anyway. So yeah, I'm thinking per part we'd try to do one gun at a time, just to showcase the gun in a episode. There is also a mimic here, a lot of heavy zombies. Of course, we do have our cruise missile as well, should we need it, which we actually might need it. For this, we're just going to throw our Molotov first. Try and reduce HP. Annoyingly, play a lot of zombies. 54 zombies. Well, bear in mind, we will be seeing, there's about, I don't know, 2 manglers. God, that was the worst I've ever seen. But yeah, Matt cruise missile here. No, Jesus. We are going to try and do a successful exfil. Might run out of time though. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cruise missile here. And yeah, we're not gonna make it. Got so many manglers. There we go. We just ran out of time, so which is very unfortunate. We had 8 zombies left. But we still did very, very well with everything. So yeah. So in the next part, we'll be we'll be moving on to another weapon. I'll be able to do the MP5 off camera. But we will do a different map. And I think we'll be doing D Machine next. In the next episode, which will be out, I think later this week. Maybe not, but I'll be aiming to make that collab video, with another fellow YouTuber who is doing their content as well, which will be promoted more when that happens in the next one. So yeah, a big thank you to everyone watching this video now, and goodbye.